So because I'm in the process of reviewing the Samsung S95B, I thought to myself, you know what? Screw it. Why not update it to see if Samsung's updates are getting better? Are they destroying TVs? Things like that. Boy, oh boy, great news. 1204 firmware I'm locked on. Now I'm really not going to update after this because they listened. Like, it's so hard for me, like, to explain how rare it is that a television manufacturer takes feedback from someone that actually knows what they're doing, seriously. And it's so good to see. They fixed the cyan, people. Look at this. Just watch this. This is gonna be incredible. Like, I'm all over the place because I'm excited, but like, it now competes with LG's WOLED. And this is huge news. I gotta actually kill that audio there. We don't want any copyright issues for music. This is actually a good frame to pause. I mean, you can kind of see it here, where before it used to be like one pale paletry of cyan blue in the ice. You now have the full color spectrum, and it surpasses what LG was able to produce. Now, again, I don't know what YouTube's gonna show you, but I'm looking at it with my naked eye, and I can see like where on some instances the cyan can be a little bit more exaggerated on the C1, but nothing to the extent like it was before. And I'm telling you, like, Samsung really stepped it up with 1204 to the point where, like, your cyan is not a problem. So you're seeing it with this. Again, I don't know what YouTube's gonna show you, so I'm just trying to, again, give you commentary to vocalize what I'm actually seeing on my end. So I'm gonna show you another example of cyan and its improvement. Here we go. If we look at this image, you can kind of see what I'm talking about as far as the cyan reproduction. You can see that the Samsung S95B to the left has the same cyan impressive kick that the LG had, and it's actually better on the Samsung now, which is like huge because, again, the whole benefit to WRGB OLED is like the accuracy of the color blue gets you. And that was one thing that was really hard for the Samsung to overcome, and now they've done it with just a patch. So totally software related, and I think that's absolutely incredible. I mean, just look at this. We can go to the next image and you guys can see as well, like when we look at the ocean, like, again, the Samsung S95B is just nailing it. Like, I'm shocked, genuinely shocked that Samsung took the feedback from my review showing what was weak about the television and applied it to a firmware update. I don't know who's watching, right? But someone's clearly watching, and that gets me excited because now consumers can win. Like, we're seeing the displays improve, and that's all I'm after here. And it's so great to see that. Now we're gonna have a conversation here because now there's something so exciting happening where we now have Samsung listening to feedback and applying it in their Quantum.OLED to make sure that they're coming out with the better option for you. And, you know, I hope they listen to this next part because this next part's gonna be really important. So from like a color accuracy perspective, okay, calibration is still broken. Don't get me wrong, you can use native and you can still get a beyond reference calibration. If you want those beyond reference settings, I have them here on the settings playlist for the Samsung S95B. Join, become a member, it's just $5 and you'll be good to go and your mind will be blown like my mind is blown. But the point here for this is to show you that unfortunately custom is still very broken. You can clearly see the metadata crush out and everything becomes ruined when you use custom, so you can't calibrate to do a reference accurate calibration. Now, again, that's not a big deal to a guy like me because I can use wider color spaces like native, like normal, to get an absolutely astonishing image. And again, you can just use auto, I suppose. Now, you can't go in and fine tune the color, but I never really found the color to be that perfect anyway, at least the way they represent it, hue, saturation, and luminance slider. But I am very beyond impressed that they took the feedback of the cyan being broken and implemented that into a patch. Like, can we just take a minute to freaking celebrate? Finally, one of the big three is paying attention and not just relying on old tricks that don't work anymore. They're listening to consumers that have real problems with their product and fixing it. What? The only brand right now, up until this point, that has done that, for anyone wondering, has been Hisense. That's it. Other than that, everybody else has kind of been like, we're big and we don't need you. We don't need your opinions. We can just hire people to glow about our products. We can just have people yes man for our products, market for our products. Samsung's taking a different approach here, and I respect it. So now if you take a look at any scene really that you can see on the Samsung S95B versus the LG C1, they are now definitely a bit far apart. The Samsung has the more vibrant color. They have the accurate, mind-blowing cyan, which enriches all of the other colors because it is, in my opinion, the most important and most vital additive color from your primaries to get correct. and they did it, and I'm so happy. It's like now this is the TV of my dreams, and I have it, and I'm mind blown, and I'm happy that they fixed my problem. Now, for image purists, we use that term very lightly here, that want to sit there and calibrate everything to D65, and they want to do Rec 709 and they want to go in and do the color management. You're gonna have some problems because that's still broken, as I showed. But hello, this picture here to the left is just mind blowing, earth shattering stuff, and dude, I can't believe it. Like, I'm freaking out because, like, I literally just figured this out, like, because I did the update, and, like, I was watching Crunchyroll, like, all day, just hanging out, chilling, right? And I was like, this TV looks different after the update, and I figured, you know, might as well run it to paces and obviously start doing some testing on it and seeing what has changed and what hasn't. The cyan, immediately, my big gripe, the one thing that soured this TV for me is fixed. So that's huge. Yeah, very happy about that. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you have a Samsung S95B, I highly suggest you do firmware 1204. I can't vouch for any of the other ones that comes out after this video because I won't be doing it, because this is the image quality that I was after when I said I wanted a Quantum Dot OLED, and finally with this update, I've got it. So I'm gonna call it here. This is all I need. I don't need the color management system. I don't really like it anyway. I think this is the perfect image right here, and I've never said that about any television in the history of this channel. This image to the left is literally perfect. I don't have anything I want more out of it, and I think that for me is huge. So yeah, it's a total win, this update, and I hope you guys can see some of this on YouTube. But that being said, definitely sound off with your comments down below. Thanks so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.